I went to the same diner every day for a month and ordered the same thing: scrambled eggs, toast, black coffee. I never spoke a word. I just pointed at the menu. On the 31st day, the waitress slid my plate over with a note that changed everything. For weeks, I had been moving through the world like a ghost. A heavy, invisible cloak of grief had settled over me, muffling all the sound and color out of my life. Getting out of bed was a monumental victory. Getting dressed, another. The walk to the diner was the only routine I could manage. It felt safe. Anonymous. I'd sit in the same corner booth, watching the world move on without me. People laughed. Families argued over pancakes. Couples held hands. And I was just there. A silent observer, completely unseen. Or so I thought. I didn't want advice. I didn't want anyone to tell me it would get better. The pressure of pretending to be okay was too much to bear. So I chose silence. I thought my silence made me invisible. The waitress, her name was Linda, never pushed. She never asked why I was so quiet, or why I always looked so sad. She just brought my coffee, took my pointed order, and refilled my cup without a word. Her consistency was a quiet anchor in my chaotic sea of emotions. I didn't have to perform for her. I could just exist. Then came that 31st day. I was at a particularly low point. The thought of even getting to the diner had been a battle. But I made it. I sat down, and a few minutes later, Linda came over. She placed my usual plate of eggs and toast in front of me, but this time, a small, folded napkin was sitting next to the fork, and folded it. The handwriting was simple, a little rushed. It didn't say, "Cheer up." It didn't say, "Smile more." It didn't offer any solutions. It just said, "Your usual. I'm glad you're here today." I read it once. Then again. My throat tightened, and for the first time in a month, I felt a crack in the numbness. It wasn't pity. It was just acknowledgement. Someone saw me. Not the tragedy that clung to me, but just me. A person who showed up. The fact that my presence, as small and silent as it was, mattered to someone, was a lifeline. It was the first thread. The first tiny strand pulling me back from the brink. That simple note didn't fix my grief. It didn't magically make the pain go away, but it reminded me that I wasn't entirely invisible. It told me that even in my deepest silence, I was still part of the world. After that day, things didn't change overnight, but something had shifted. The next day, when Linda brought my coffee, I managed to whisper thank you. A week later, I actually made eye contact. Slowly, so slowly, I started rejoining the world of the living. We often think that helping someone who's struggling requires grand gestures or profound wisdom. We feel pressured to find the right words, to offer solutions, to fix the problem. But sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is simply be a noticer. Notice the quiet colleague in the corner. Notice the friend who has stopped replying to texts. Notice the person who shows up, day after day. Without saying a word, you don't need to have the answers. You just need to offer a gentle presence. A simple, "I see you," or "I'm glad you're here," can be more healing than 1,000 well-intentioned pieces of advice. It's not about solving their pain. It's about sharing their space without judgment. Letting them know they aren't alone in their silence. And if you're the one sitting in that silent booth right now, please know this: it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not have the words. Allow yourself to accept that small grace when it comes. A kind note, a quiet nod, a refilled coffee cup. These are the threads. Let them pull you back. One tiny inch at a time, your presence matters. Even when you feel invisible. Thank you for being here and listening to this story. If you've ever had a similar experience, or if this resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you found some value in this, consider subscribing. You never know who might need to hear it.